Welcome back to 365 Riffs for Beginning Guitar. Today we have Four Strong Winds, written by Tyson. We're going to do the version performed by Neil Young. Now this song does have an F chord that shows up briefly, but don't worry, I'm going to show you a workaround for the F chord, but also check out the description of this video for a link to my video on all sorts of great options for the F chord. I'm going to play through the intro for you here so you can hear what it's going to sound like, but don't worry, I'm going to show you lots more than just the intro before this video is done. But let's check this out first. So let's start off with the basics. A nice light grip on the pick. Easy down up strumming. I'm going to show you how to play the right chords in the right key. I'm also going to show you how you can capo up and play a different group of chords where you won't need an F chord. For some of you, that's going to be a game changer. Lastly, with my nice light up down strumming, you're going to notice I'm going to be letting go of the chord early on the final upstroke so I can get to the next chord. Very common and works out great for the song. So here we go from the beginning. No capo, key of C. Four strong winds that blow along, 7 seas that run high, all these things that don't change, come what may, for the good times they're gone, from moving on, little for Okay, so by the way, all those G chords, you could change a few of those to G7 if you wanted to, part way through. Maybe one set of down ups on the G and then the next group of down ups on the G7. That's a nice option in there. Okay, so there you have the key of C. Capo on the 5th fret. Now typically, when you put on a capo, you want to check the tuning just to make sure the capo hasn't messed with the strings at all. I'm not going to do that right now, but it's always a good idea to recheck your tuning after you put a capo on. So capo at the 5th fret. Now you can see the new chords, the transposed chords on the screen in front of you. No F chord, right? I'm going to sing it the same because I'm still in the key of C thanks to the capo, but the chord options are going to be a little bit different here. Four strong winds that blow along, 7 seas that run high, all the things that don't change, come what may. Okay, get the idea? We go on and on like that. Now, if you're playing with a friend, one of you capo up and play these chords, other friend, no capo, key of C chords, and it's going to sound great together. Just a nice complement, okay? Layers of guitars. Now, that gets you started. I'm going to take the capo off. In the next clip, I'm going to teach you how to do the intro, because the intro includes that nice descending G chord riff. I'm going to show you that one. And then in the clip after that, I'm going to show you a little more sophisticated way to strum, so it's not this steady washboard down up scrubbing kind of sound, because there's more you can do with this down up strumming than just those big broad strokes. All right, first of all though, here comes the intro. The intro contains a type of acoustic guitar strumming I call casual, folky strumming. It's deceptive because it sounds so smooth and so easy, and it's done with a very light touch. And yet there's some precision at work here that can be really challenging. I'm going to play it through at speed here, and then I'll slow it down and walk you through it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so we have the same chords, by the way, the C, D minor, G, C, that same chord sequence that you saw in the first 2 lines of the verse, or what I just played for you. The verse, the chorus. Verse and the chorus are all the same thing in this song. So technically the intro, you can see the chords on the screen there. The intro goes C, D minor, G, C, C, D minor, G, G. But let's not worry about the broad chords. Let's get right into the nitty-gritty here of what's going on. So I'll walk you through one measure at a time. Technically there's 8 measures here, although really it's the ending of each sequence that changes. The C, what you do in the C and the D minor is the same either way. Nice light touch. I can't emphasize that enough. A nice light touch with your pick. In fact, some of these strums are going to be what they call ghost strums, that you're going to play so softly that the listener almost feels the sound there more than they hear it. Okay, so in slow motion we have the C measure. Ready? By the way, your strumming hand is always going to go down, up, down, up, down, up, no matter what. If you just did something with an upstroke, you have to do a downstroke next. That's how you get that smoothness. Okay, all right, you get the idea. So C chord, it starts with nice light brushes down, up, down. Now I'm going to do an upstroke and squeeze the pick a little bit tighter on that second string. Quiet downstroke. My pinky is going to go down second string, 3rd fret, up, down, and then a very light upstroke. Now we're taking this apart. It's kind of painstaking, right? We're taking this apart. It's not going to sound like music right away. It's going to sound like someone working at it mechanically. But there you go. That's how everything starts. D minor, nice light down, up, down. Upstroke on the first string, a light downstroke. Lift your index off the first string. A downstroke, but don't hit the first string. An upstroke, I'm going to put my finger back, so that light upstroke at the end still sounds like a D minor chord. G with your middle ring and pinky. I feel like I say this almost every video, but it's so helpful to master G with your middle ring and pinky. Here's the G sequence. Down, up on the second string, light downstroke, up on the second string, 1st fret. That's why you need your index finger to be available. Pinky, 2nd string, 3rd fret downstroke, and then a light upstroke. Guess what? It's okay to have that first string open. This is going to go by so fast. Don't worry about that first string being open on this upstroke. And now you're onto the C chord with a nice loud-ish kind of strum on those 3 strings, 4th, 3rd, and 2nd strings. And then finish off with nice quiet up, down, up, down, up, down. Okay? Now we're halfway there. The second half of the intro starts off the same as the first. C chord, D minor, same as before. Now here's where it gets interesting. We're on the G chord, and this is the part that is different than the first half. Watch this. Down, up, down. Pinky, 2nd string, 3rd fret upstroke. Lift that pinky off. Index down on the 1st string. Quiet downstroke. Pinky, 1st string, 3rd fret. Quiet downstroke. Index back in the 1st string. Quiet downstroke. Index off. Quiet downstroke. Pinky, 2nd string, 3rd fret. And a quiet down up. And again, I know the way I'm teaching this to you, we're walking through it very mechanically. That's just how it has to be sometimes, okay? Now, your priorities, of course, should be accuracy with your fretting hand, whether it's the pinky moving around or the index. The down-ups are also a very high priority. And lastly, as if you don't have enough on your plate, how loud the melodic notes are versus how quiet those strumming notes are. Okay, so that's a huge priority to get this to sound right. I'm not saying it's easy, but you can do it. And by the way, the skills you're doing on this tune, on this intro right here, are going to carry over to tons of tunes, especially tunes with this kind of acoustic, folky, casual style, where you can hear melodic stuff tucked amidst all the strumming. All right, so there you go for the intro with that precision, melodic type of playing stuck in there with nice big open chords. Lastly, I'm going to do a quick little lesson on making more of the down-up strumming so it doesn't sound quite so primitive and basic. Here it comes. All right, my friends, so let's check out this more sophisticated way of strumming. Before we get there, thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. I always love seeing new subscribers come in, so please do subscribe to my YouTube channel. And don't forget to check out my website, Songbike, down there for tons of videos you cannot find anywhere else. So I'm going to start from the beginning of the verse. Remember, the verse and the chorus, it's all the same thing in this song. And I'm going to play through with this more sophisticated style, and then we'll talk about it. Now, physically, I'm still doing 4 down-ups per chord. If you were to ask my elbow says, sure, we're doing 4 down-ups per chord. But being a little precise in what I'm doing with those 4 down-ups. So I'm going to illustrate this in the C chord. And you can see the tab on the screen there in front of you. Slow motion. Down, up, down, up. Okay, 5th string with a downstroke. 4th string with an upstroke. And then a light brush down up on maybe the 4 treble strings. Okay? What changes as I switch from chord to chord is the very first 2 strokes. On D minor, I hit the 4th and then the 3rd. On G, I chose to hit the 6th and the 4th. Okay, there's a little wiggle room in there, but you can't go wrong with what I just showed you. Now this is a wonderful picking style that gives a nice texture, right? Remember how we started with a C chord sound like this? I mean, nothing wrong with that, but a little more sophisticated, right? Doesn't that sound great? Now, by the way, this song is a nice mid-tempo folk tune. That sounds great. Hey, by the way, thanks to Ian Tyson from Canada for writing this tune and tons of other classic tunes. Please check out Ian Tyson, part of Ian and Sylvia. Lots of great tunes from Ian Tyson. Okay, this picking that I'm showing you works great for faster tunes. Check this out. If I were to play 4 Strong Winds at a faster tempo for some reason, I don't know, here's what it would sound like. Doesn't that sound great? It's all on the wrist. It really is all on the wrist. Having a nice, loose, relaxed arm, you know, practicing it slowly, mechanically, staying relaxed, building up your speed over time. That's not the kind of thing that happens overnight, you know. All this stuff I show you in these lessons took me a long time to get good at this stuff. Nothing really came overnight. I hope it does for you, but that was not my situation. All right, you get the idea. Hey, everybody, thank you for watching. I will see you tomorrow for another one in this series called 365 Riffs for Beginning Guitar. Thank you for watching today, and I can't wait to see what's on the menu for tomorrow. I'll see you then.